You boys. If you're watching this on the Facebooks, come check us out live on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, you can still chat, and when you're chatting, everyone on YouTube will see it too. What is up, Juan? What is up, boy? Wild One, Waylon W, awesome pleb. I'm gonna go over a few of the things on my Motovlog setup. Hey, look at that. See, we got somebody on the Facebooks. We got Jordan over here. What's up, Jordan? How you doing, man? I'm sorry, Justin. Justin, my bad. Hey, Justin. Down, down. Bow down. Hello from Delaware, boys. Hey. Just waiting for all the stuff to come on in. Letting YouTube and everything connect. Making sure all the bit rates and stuff's good. Now remember, guys, the video on YouTube will go away after the live stream, but if you want to catch it and you want to see, yeah, right now the stream is starting. We're not even doing it yet. But if you want to see the actual stream afterwards, if you missed anything, please swing on over to my Facebooks. Bye now. About to start, getting everything ready. Getting everything ready. Down. Just relax and chill and hang out with the music, yo. Snow on the roads. Oof. All right, I think we are ready. I think we got everything. At least I think I got everything. 1 second. All right, I think so. Thank you, Ginger. Yeah, we hit 75K, boys, and Shazam. We are here. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? This is obviously DanDanTheFireman here. And I just want you guys to know that, once again, if you are on here on YouTube, if you are missing the beginnings and all that stuff, you want to check it out. One way you could do it is get notifications. Make sure you turn them on, because then you'll keep the link. But this video will go unlinked, unlisted. But on Facebook, it's going to stay up on my facebook.com/DanDanTheFireman. So, all right. I think we're ready. Damn, E4K is only $104 right now. So anyways, guys, we are going to be doing some stuffs. We're going to be hanging out. There you go. See, the Restream bot is letting everybody know in the YouTube chat what Alex Turner says. So I think that's really cool. So it says, "Sup, almighty Dan. How you doing, man?" So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to be going over my setup. This is not the end-all be-all setup, but this is what works for me. This is what I like. This is how I get the best value for what I do. Now, first of all, you're going to need a helmet. It's going to be pretty hard to attach anything to your face, especially with all the wind noise. Now, that's one thing that I did have when I first started was wind noise. If you notice, I have a little fuzzy. It's a little fuzzy thing. That's kind of help out because I have the fan going and all that stuff, because it's getting a little warm in here. So Oscar says the GoPro Hero 4 Black is the best camera for motovlogging. I do have the GoPro Hero 4 Black. It's amazing. The battery life kind of sucks, though. And that is why I switched to this. And we'll just jump straight into it. Got all these wires. Now that's one of the issues with what I do. Okay, so this is my helmet. This is the Shoei Hornet X2 helmet. I think we all know that I had the Bell Bullet before this, and hopefully you guys understand how I set this up. Now, normally on helmets you could just place like the GoPro stickies, the 3M tape, and all that stuff. This one's a little different. Okay, so this one was a little different. As you can tell, I have a black case on my E4K now, and I'll kind of explain a little bit more of that. But what I have here is just a typical GoPro mount on the front. Let's go ahead and look at this for a little bit. And right here, it's a typical GoPro L-shaped elbow. Here, one second. Let me change it to where because every time I unplug and plug in this camera, it wants to keep auto adjusting. So let me configure it so it doesn't auto adjust. We have some good lighting in here. We don't need to do that. There we go. Cool. So anyways, I have just a simple elbow mount. Okay. Now the one thing that's different with this, now this is when you can typically do that. That's what you want to do, is have an elbow mount on your GoPro, or the J hook. There you go, Dex. Thank you. The J hook on your GoPro. That way, when you are looking forward, the camera's looking forward too. So that's very important. And I honestly believe the front-facing, the chin mount, is the best mount for motovlogs. I see people have it on the side. You kind of remove a lot of the field of view on one side. It doesn't look as good. I personally like the chin, because wherever you look, that's where the camera looks. So that's very important to me. So Alex Turner from the Facebooks said, what would say would be good for filming in case I have an accident? I need to give it to insurance. So you can film with this, and I'll go into some of the specs. I'll go into some of the specs here. What's up, Dex? How you doing, man? So the J hook right there. Yeah, the J hook. And what I have is different. This is, like I said, I'm going to go over what I have. Now, what I have is I used to have the waterproof case for my E4K. So this is a E4K. It's not the E4K Plus. This is a direct competitor to the GoPro Hero 6. This can shoot 4K 30, 2.7K 60. It shoots an ultra wide, and that's what I shoot in. So I shoot 1080p 60 when I'm doing motovlogs. That way it has good quality, but it's not going to be so demanding when it comes to editing, and it's not going to be such a large file size, because that is extremely hard to film in 4K 60, because it's just such a huge file. Now inside this, I do have 128 gigabyte U3. Now that's better than class 10. It's a very good micro SD card. And like I said, I shoot 1080p 60. Now, if I have really good battery life, if I have a really good battery and I have plenty of space, I would definitely shoot in 2.7K or 4K. But here's the thing, is that if you're going to be shooting anything on the front face of your camera, if you're going to be shooting anything with high speed, anything action, anything like that, even right now I'm shooting in 60 frames per second because I like to move around. I honestly think 60 frames per second is going to be the new standard for online video, and it's especially the standard for motovlogging. It's especially the standard for anything that's action sport wise, because here's the thing, you have way too much motion blur on 30 frames per second. Way too much. Way too much. And then when you get motion blur, you get the pixelation, you get a lower bit rate, all this other stuff. Once again, that's a huge deal. I did do a live stream yesterday of me editing, so you can kind of see how I talk about all that stuff. But one thing you want to do, and I'll do a cliff notes at the end, or I'll round up and summarize at the end, is that you want to shoot 1080p 60 frames per second. At minimum, 720p 60 frames per second. That's it. Yeah, Moto X Scum, I'll same thing with me, and I'll jump into that pretty soon. And what I use is I use my E4K. If you use a GoPro or E4K, pick the one that is the ultra wide viewing. So I forgot what GoPro, I think it's like hyper view or hyper something. I forgot what it is. Somebody want to say it in the Willy Wonka, I support my president. I forgot what GoPro has, but on the E4K it's called Ultra View, and what it does is kind of just expands it out a little bit. That is what you want to use. Don't use the regular view, the regular wide field of vision. spread it out. So definitely do that. So we have Moto X Scum. Just real quick with the mounting system. Oops, I lost part of my mic. John Rosmeta just subscribed. Thank you, bruh. Also, once again, guys, if you want to help out, the goal is to get 255 total patrons today. We're at 253. That's just 2 more. Here's my DV. Okay. So what I did, which is a semi-permanent solution. It's semi-permanent because I actually took it off before and reapplied it, but it's extremely strong. I've had this Sugru. I've had this mount on here. Willy Wonka, then, if honestly, if you don't like the fact that I support the president, you can get the fuck out of here. So anyways, here's the thing is I use Sugru, and Sugru is a moldable plastic silicone-based type thing. So you're able to mold it. Yeah, you can go ahead and go away, Willy Wonka. There's the reason why I have moderations in here. There we go. So I used Sugru and I actually made a video on that. And what it did was that it had an uneven surface on the front of my helmet. So what I did is I made it even with a GoPro mount. Okay. Hey, what's up, Dan? Hey, V-Trex, how you doing? Yeah, Eric, man, it's like all I said was I support my president. That's all. And at this point, I'm starting to get to the point where it's like I don't really care. This is my channel. I can do whatever the hell I want. Yeah, so I used a GoPro mount. I took off the 3M tape off the back, and I just have the black plastic, and then I used the Sugru. Okay, so Sugru is amazing. I've had this on for over a year, and it is stuck on there. So what I did is I molded it in a specific way so that when I tested it out on the bike, this was the perfect angle. So if you're having issues with anything where it's like just not even to where you can't get a normal mount on, use Sugru. It's amazing stuff. You get a pack for like $10. It's nothing. All right. Here we go. Yeah, boy. Here we go. So now how do I record audio? So as you can tell with this mount, and as you can tell in all my videos, there's no cables that come off of this. Okay? There's no cables. Thank you, Mike. There's no cables that go off of this. I do not hook audio to this at all. I used to, back in my old videos with the GoPro Hero 4 Black, I used to have a mic that goes straight into here. But here's the thing. The processors on these for audio aren't the best. You could do some crazy stuff with it, and then now you have things hanging off of this, and it could damage. It's easy, though. It's definitely easy. You click the start button, hit the stop button, you have everything combined, you're done. But to get the best audio possible, and I'll answer some of these questions, guys. Yeah, I'll answer some of these questions real soon. I'm going to kind of jump through a lot of this helmet stuff. And like all my other live streams, the first 15 to 20 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes, I talk about the subject, and then I move on to questions. So if I don't answer your question, please ask it again. So the audio, we're getting to the audio right now. So right now I got this here. I'm going to unplug this. Sorry, it's hard to do it with one hand. So the audio, as you can tell, I have a cable that comes down. Okay, so I have a cable that comes down. And what that cable is, let me go ahead. I have it fed through a strap on here. And the strap is just whatever it is I found. The strap is that red strap that you can use to pull off the side cheek pads in an emergency. So I have it going down, and this is my mic. So I have a little fluffy mic. This furriness, Anthony, I think you already know what happened to the other guy. I support my president. I supported Obama. I supported whoever it is. Why would I ever want my president to fail? So anyways, I have this little fluffy thing, and I made this. You can actually buy them on Amazon. They're a lot cheap. I mean, they're easy to make, but I mean, they didn't have them when I started making these. So what I did is I went to Hobby Lobby, and I found some of this fabric, and I just cut it into pieces, and I still have like a shitload because the minimum amount you can buy is like a yard. So I don't need a yard. So what I have inside here is a Sony ECM CS3. A Sony ECM CS3. Okay, so I will have links to all this stuff, and I actually do have links. Here's the thing, guys. I do have links. I have links. It's right here. If you want to see what gear I use, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste it from the description. Shazam! So that's there's a lot of arrows. Sorry about that, guys. That's straight from the description. So I have the Sony ECM CS3. This is the mic I've been using for a very long time. This is the mic I used when I plugged into the GoPro. Now I just transitioned to this. And if you're wondering where I plug this in, let's get this over here. I plug this into my Tascam DR05. Now this is $100, but here's the thing. It gets the best, absolute best audio that I've ever gotten. I have a $50 Sony audio recorder. Let's not make this political, guys. Let's stick to this, okay? If it starts getting political, I'm just gonna get off the stream. So I don't feel like kicking anybody. I have the DR05, and I use the audio. So what I do is I put it in my jacket, have the cord running up into my helmet, and when I hit start on this and I start on the E4K, I do a quick clap. And what that does is in post-production, I sync the claps, okay? I sync the claps, and that makes it so I can sync this audio with the video, remove the audio from that video, use this audio, and now I can manipulate this, because this right here works a lot like this mic, so where I can yell over here and it can barely pick it up, but since I have the mic up in my helmet, it's really good. See how there's a big difference, and now it gets rid of all of the wind noise. It gets all of the engine noise out of it. It's just your voice. Trust me, you don't want to have a lot of engine noise. You don't want to have a lot of wind noise when you're doing motovlogs, because then now that's the main focus, okay? That's the main focus. So I use the DR05. I made my own little thing. I use the Sony ECM CS3. And now that's all you need. Really, that's all you need on your helmet to motovlog. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, 2 patrons to go, guys. Let's get to 255 total patrons today. We're at 253. But yeah, that's all you need for a motovlogging setup. Now, the absolute simplest motovlogging setup you will ever need, okay, here's the thing, is let me see. I would recommend the Sony, the E4K, but here's the thing, the E4K does not allow an external mic, so I don't recommend that for first-time buyers. GoPro is very good when it comes to kind of having that stuff, but you have to buy a lot of their accessories. So the E4K Plus, now that one's that's better than the version I have. I might actually buy it. Whoa. Vertrex Gaming. I support America. I support Trump. America brothers. Yeah, I support America. Whoever's in charge, I'm going to support them, because, you know, I don't want to jump into political stuff, but thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Thing is, why would you not support the people in charge? I mean, would you want them to fail? I mean, that's our country. You don't want our country to fail. So GoPro, yes, they are very overpriced. The E4K right now, I'm on Amazon. This exact camera that I have is $100. The exact camera I have is $100. I actually got 2 of them because I felt like I needed something very similar to what I had. I should be for president. So that right there, the link I just posted in the chat, or in the YouTube chat accidentally. I keep forgetting I have Facebook over here. So let's go ahead and post that on the Facebook too. Steve and Corey, how you doing? Yeah. So that is the link right there to the E4K. It's $100, but here's the thing: is you can't add an external recorder. This is $100 also, so $200 to get both of these things. $15 for the mic, $215, and then I forgot to show you. They do have a waterproof case for this. They really do, and I bought it. That's also $15, but I decided to buy this case because it has a UV filter on it, and I prefer to have a UV filter on it. So all in all the stuff I got on my face and audio costs less than a new GoPro by over $150. So it takes a little bit extra to do the syncing, to do all that stuff. Yeah, we're talking. Let's talk about bikes, guys. We're talking about bikes. Yeah, I do a lot. Eric Hagen, I do a lot of stuff when it comes to editing. There's a lot of I spend. Here's one of the reasons why I love live streams, guys. Live streams allow me to stream for 1 hour, give you guys the information that I can possibly give you, and then I don't have to edit. The only bad thing is I can't ride a motorcycle doing it because you need to have a good bit rate. You need to have good internet. So, yes, Oscar, I was going to get to that. I have it right here. So to get back into it real quick is that a Ye4K that I just linked in the chat, Tascam DR5, it's about $95. Once again, just wait, and I'll give you all the links and stuff. I'll make sure I put them in the description after we get through all this part while I'm answering you guys' questions. And the Sony ECM CS, I forgot. I buy them all the time. That's about $15-20. So, I mean, all in all, it's cheaper than just the GoPro. And then if you buy the GoPro, you still got to buy the mic. You still got to buy the mic adapter, which is insanely overpriced right now. Let me look it up real quick. So if you're going to buy a GoPro, here's the problem. So GoPro external. I'm just doing a quick Google Amazon search. The GoPro external mic adapter, the official one's $50. Yeah, Oscar, the E4K is the external case, because when you buy the E4K, it's $100. That's all you get. So the E4K action case, the E action, the one I have is $16. So I mean, $15.99. The Cupton case for the Xiaomi E4K, 4K Plus, 4K Lite, E Discovery 4K. It all works out like that. It all works out pretty well. So it's still cheaper. And once again, thank you, VTrex Gaming, for supporting the channel with the $50 super chat. Now we're going to jump into the 360 camera that I got. It's the 360 1X. This is the brand new one that came out. I bought it the day that it came out. Great camera. Great camera. It's taken a while to get the software to work. It was pretty much of a headache. But they kind of ironed out a lot of the bugs. So what I do is I could do a whole freaking video just on this 360 camera and how to edit. But long story short, you don't need a front-facing camera. You don't need a camera that will face you on the handlebars. If you want one, though, okay, be aware. If you just put another action camera, because I used to do that. You guys know that. I used to have my other E4K or my GoPro Hero 4 Black right here. Yeah, the admin is my wife. She's doing good. So I used to have it right here. And here's the thing is that when you have just a normal action camera on your handlebars, especially Harley, it's very shaky. Very, very shaky. Especially if you don't have it in 60 frames per second, okay? Especially if you don't have it in 60 frames per second. So that's why I got this. Now, I saw the new GoPro Hero, the GoPro Hero 7, is that what it is? The GoPro Hero 7 Black. I saw footage of that, and it has really good stabilization. Super hyper smooth stuff. Really good stuff. So you could definitely go away with that, but it's like $400 just for an action camera to be on your handlebars. I decided to get this. This is $400 also, but I get the extra capability of doing 360 footage. So if I'm riding with a group, I could have this face, like just sitting right here. It's just sitting right here. I can have the camera view facing me, but in post-production and editing, if somebody is going ahead of me and I kind of want to get that shot, in editing, I can turn the field of view to watch them. So it's really cool. And on top of that, this thing makes insane stabilization. It is extremely smooth. Tomorrow's video you're going to see, because tomorrow's video is going to be just filmed with that. And there we go. I think we're back. For some reason we had technical difficulties. The stream decided to crap out on us. Hopefully you guys can hear me. All right. Hopefully it didn't create two different videos. VTrex Gaming with another super chat, boys. It didn't pop up. I don't think it's gonna pop up because I got disconnected when you did that. So thank you so much. His question is, do you prefer group rides or solo rides? I prefer solo rides, actually. Group rides is a little it makes me a little anxious, but during the ride, it makes me anxious, but when you get to where you need to go, you're hanging out with friends, you know? So when I'm out riding solo, I love it. But then when I get there, I'm like, I'm bored now. You know what I mean? So there are some good and bads when it comes to that. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for staying with me. We had some technical difficulties. But now we're back. So now, here we go. Now we go. So to get back into it, I don't know where it cut off. Tomorrow's video, you're gonna be seeing tomorrow's video. It's about 15 minutes long, 12-15 minutes long, and it's shot exclusively with the Insta-One 360X, the 360 camera, and my Tascam. So here's the cool thing: is that if you just want to shoot footage from the handlebars facing you, so the footage is just you, not the road. I personally like doing that when I do mental health vlogs, because I feel like the goal of the video is me. It sounds narcissistic, but I feel like the goal of the video on a mental health vlog is me, not the road. So I feel like I'm talking to the camera. It's like just you and me talking. So that way you're watching me, I'm watching you basically the whole time. But the cool thing about shooting something that is on the handlebars, if you're doing it with a GoPro and you have to attach your mic to that GoPro, you're going to have this long cable running towards that GoPro. So the Tascam being separated, the audio being separated from the camera, that's where it really plays into it. It's really amazing. It does really well. And at the end of the day, you just need a camera that does 1080p 60, 720p 60. All right. Now that we got over that, now that we got over all these politics and stuff, so let me double check and make sure everybody in the Discord is going to join this stream. Now remember, Discord is absolutely free. The streamlabs.com/DanDanTheFireman. The Patreon and Super Chats cost a little bit of money, but you're helping out the channel. But if you want to join something that is absolutely free, definitely swing by the Discord. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell everybody, hey, we are live. We are live. It's my Discord. I can do what I want. So guys, you guys got any questions now? I'm going to be looking at, hey, what's up, Glasgow? How you doing? Dan Shea, what about GoPro with Cena mic? I've never had... I don't think, I think the last time they had that Cena backpack was for the GoPro Hero 4s. Because I think once you hit 5+, that's when it started coming with the screen on the back. I don't think there's a way to do it. I was able to combine, when I did it a long time ago, when I was riding with Nikki, and I was able to do it, but I had to use like a splitter. I had all these wires on my helmet. It was a hassle. The way I do it with Nikki, the way I do both our audio is I actually record her. I do what I do, like I just explained, but then I do it for her, and then in editing, I mix it all together. So it's really hard to do that. I wouldn't be the person to know that one. I know there's a way of doing it. There's got to be a way of doing it, and there's got to be a way of doing it to where it actually sounds good. But for the most part, a lot of times it doesn't sound very good. It sounds like it honestly sounds like it's a radio. Can you give a quick review of your auto recorder, record time, battery life, transfer into computer, etc.? Yes, real quick. Chris Johnson, great question. DO5, how you doing? We're actually talking DO5s here. We're actually talking about DRO5. This is the DRO5 right here. I use rechargeable Energizer batteries. It takes 2 AA's. So when I do the rechargeable batteries, can't find the Discord. The Discord's in the chat. I'll get back to that question. Let me go ahead and... There you go. There's the Discord right there, buddy. So I use rechargeable batteries. That way I never have to buy new ones and stuff. I just recharge them. So this thing lasts a long time. It lasts a long time. It takes a micro SD card into the side, and I personally I overkill it. I have a 32 gigabyte class 10 SD card. So I mean, I overkill it there. It doesn't need that high of an SD card, but I like to use my SD cards for pretty much everything. So I always get minimum class 10. Yeah, baby, you can come in. Let me double check. Yeah, you could definitely come in. Oh yeah, they can't see you. Okay, so that's what I do. I have that. And when you turn it on, you know, there's a whole system. I did a video on it. I did a whole system on how to turn it on. But you can also take a USB, transfer it to the computer that way, so you don't have to take any of the SD cards out or anything like that. But I personally take the SD card out, put it in a thumb drive type adapter, and I transfer the files, and they just come out as you can change it to where it comes out as MP3s. What's the other one? WMVs or something like that. I just take the highest quality one I possibly can. And then I plug in, you can plug in the external microphone right there. That's the one I use to talk to. And then if you want to hear yourself, kind of like what I'm doing here, I'm listening to myself while I'm talking to make sure the audio's fine. To double check it, you can actually have an audio out like for headphones. So it's really important to do sometimes. There's a whole bunch of settings, and what I did is I think I still have the playlist of all the settings some other guy did, somebody that's smarter than me that set it all up. I just copied what he did, and it turned out fine. So I'm thinking of getting a second cam for my bars. Do you have a bar mount you would recommend? Thanks. Yes, I use a RAM mount. So as you can tell on the bottom of this, it's a RAM mount. This is a I think it's a 1-inch. No, it's a 2-inch. It's like the shortest one. It's the shorty one that I have. And then I have on my handlebars the RAM mount handlebar mount, and I just attach this to this, and then there you go. I got it. As simple as that. RAM mounts are really good, and like I said, I do have absolutely everything that I use in my shop. It's not really a shop. It's you buy it off of Amazon, and the only thing is that I'm directing you guys to Amazon. So since I'm directing you guys to Amazon, if you buy anything after clicking that link, anything, it could be absolutely anything, I get a small 4% commission. That's it. No extra cost to you. So, and I have my t-shirts there, the books that I like, some of the gear that I have, and it's pretty cool. Are those external mics on top of the voice recorder? Yes, those are external mics. So you can actually record, like if you want to do a voiceover, you can just record it that way. But I personally get a mic like this. I'll plug it in, and I'll actually use an actual mic. That's a mic. But if you plug in something, if you plug in an external mic, it negates those mics, and it uses the external mic. So you're not going to pick up a ton of stuff here, and then in your mouth, it's just going to be your voice. Dang, Vtrex Gaming's $50 super chat is still hanging up there. I support America, support Trump, America brothers. Didn't want to bring up politics again, but you know what? Thank you so much for that. US only though, I'm guessing. I have it set up to where it goes to the UK also, so I'm not too sure. You might want to check it out. Just see if it works, okay? Just see if it works. Would you recommend a simple camera just for insurance purposes? So Alex Turner, yes. And here's the thing. It depends on how long you ride, because some batteries last, and it also depends on the frame rate and resolution you run. So if you're just doing it for insurance purposes, high def is really, really nice. But if you notice on security cameras, it's like every time you see security footage of like any incident, it's like, man, we have technology nowadays. My phone camera could do better than that. But here's the thing. They're recording 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they probably maybe have a 3-day supply of, storage, and it just rotates every 3 days. So if you're out recording, you're out running a camera at super duper high def 4K, 60 frames per second, your battery's going to die in 30 minutes. Are you going to do a ride for 30 minutes, go home, recharge your batteries, and then, dump the footage because nothing happened? It's a lot of work. So I think at minimum 720, maybe even 480, 30 frames per second, 480, 60 frames per second, having it on your face. Now, they do make motorcycle dash cams, and I think Yi, the company, Xiaomi, or Me, the same company, they just Yi and Me, M-I and Y-I, I think they do make a dash cam. I know they make one for cars, but I know there's one for motorcycles, and I think it runs off the same type of concept of, as soon as you turn on the bike, it turns on, and then I think it records and records and records and records, and then every 3 days or however long the storage is, it just goes over it. Now, that's very important when you want to make sure you're being safe and everything. So let me double check. but I wouldn't know. I don't have one. I only, whenever I ride, I'm running cameras because it's my job. I hardly ever ride without a camera just because, I mean, I'd rather record and make a video. So let's see. The Prism Tube. Yeah, Stephen Corey, I heard about that. I got an Ulfi 1.5 for 120 quid and it only lasts about 1 or 2 hours. So annoying if on a 4-hour mission needs spare battery at least. Yeah, and that's another thing, guys, is that my stuff, I keep spare batteries with me at all times. All times. Now, the great thing about the E4K, here's the thing, is I ran my E4K. Is the recorder on your Amazon list? It should be. It definitely should be. Let me double check because, you know, I don't want to be sending you guys someplace that doesn't have it. You know, in fact, here's the cool thing about my list. It's the gear list that I'm talking about. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. So I have all that stuff. Yeah, I have everything in there that I use. Let's see. I'm looking at it myself. I don't use the CNET A-Symmetry 10 anymore, but so I got the Sony. Okay, so I got the mic. I got the Tascam, the Yi. You know what? I need to add the UV filter and the mounting hardware. I need to add Sugru. So guys, if you want to check it out, it's in my store. And the cool thing is I can update it. Sugru. I'm going to update it right now. I'm going to update it right now. See, I ordered Sugru October 2nd, 2018, and that was to apply it to Nikki's helmet. I've had it for a long time, and it's been doing really well. So I'm going to add it to my list. Sorry, guys. I'm going to check your guys' questions real soon. You know, I might have to do it later. I'm using a lot of internet just for this. Okay, there we go. So I added Sugru to my gear list. Boom, boom, boom. All right. How do you get some of your aero shots? I've seen your videos. Alex Turner, I recently got a drone. Now, this is mostly just a motovlogging setup. This isn't really all of my gear setup because, trust me, I got lights here, your laptop. I got this mic here. It's a Rode mic. I got my Logitech 1080p webcam. The drone is a DJI Spark? No, it's not a Spark. No, DJI Mavic Air. And Matt, Motos with Matt, the guy I do all my After the Ride live streams with, he's the one that got it for me. So thank you very much. That's why it says Matt Cam on the bottom left every single time I use it, because he's the one that sponsored that by getting me that. And I used to have a DJI Phantom 3 Standard a long time ago, and that's how I got a lot of my aerial shots. Got rid of that. He got me this. Now I'm doing aerial shots. It's really cool. You can't get on Discord, Steven. Keep trying, man. Keep trying. Chris Johnson, we're gonna have to pick one up. Sorry if I missed it earlier. Did you mention how long the AA batteries last? So the AA batteries last me if I make sure I turn it off, because sometimes I accidentally leave it on. They last me. I would say how many videos? I'm gonna go by how many videos I make. So I would say they last me about 40 to 50 videos. So, I mean, that's the thing, is that once a month, just plop them into the recharger overnight, plop them back in. You're good. It lasts you forever. It'll last you, like, if you have it set on record all day, it'll last you all day. More than you need. It'll last you longer than your GoPro or your action cameras will last. Is your After the Ride podcast on Spotify? Not yet. I'm gonna work on that, but right now it's just on YouTube. So it's on the After the Ride YouTube channel. So now, once again, guys, if you're having trouble getting into the Discord, just keep trying. It's you'll get into it. Trust me, you'll get into it. Right now, I'm posting a link to the After the Ride podcast. Is it possible to live stream on a motorcycle? Hey, Joseph Rebel just subscribed. Thank you. Is it possible to live stream on a motorcycle, like just live stream your ride on YouTube? I've tried that. Here's the thing, is that you need to have an amazing connection to the, like, I think 4G is not there yet. I think 5G will be there. 5G is coming out pretty soon. And by soon, I mean the next couple of years. But you need to have a really good connection, really fast speeds, especially upload speeds, and it needs to be filmed in 60 frames per second. It's just not there yet. I've tried it. It just came out like crap. What does rate limited mean? Steven, what are you trying to? What does that mean? In what way? Can you put it in context for me? Sorry. If you're talking about bit rate, that's a whole different thing. The battery brick I use is same size as my iPhone 7 Plus, and the phone is on a mount. I use the pocket in my jacket, built for phone. A cable up to everything is no problem once you get the slack right. Yeah. My brick runs a Cena 20S, GoPro 3.5 millimeter, GoPro Hero 6 using 2.7K at 60 frames per second, and a 400 gigabyte V. Damn, dude. You have a 400 gigabyte micro SD card? Holy crap. That's amazing. I wonder how much that costs you, dude. Maybe you can buy a mobile hotspot or mobile routers like a Live U pack backpack. Yeah, you probably could. And I think the technology is going to get there. I'm not going to be an early adopter on that. I think what I'm doing now with the technology that is out there right now, because I'm using fairly old technology, to be honest. The E4K has been out for a couple of years. The DRO5 has been out for a couple of years. The only thing that's new is the 360 camera, and at the same time, I only use the 360 camera for like 120 field of view, just like a GoPro. When you're describing the individual items, whether they have swappable batteries, you have to leave it on the charger. Would be good to know. Thanks. Whether they have swappable batteries or you have to. So, Alex Turner, I'll get to that real quick. So what I do is I have swappable batteries, and the Insta360 One X has a battery compartment right here. So I mean, you could pull the battery out, swap in a new one. Another cool thing is that I found out is that there's a charge port right here, so you could charge the battery here or charge the battery by itself on a charger. But I've actually attached an external battery pack to this, and it was running forever. And I think you can do the same thing for this. There is an external battery like GoPro you can pull out and charge, or you can charge it within the system. With the DRO5, you have to take the batteries out and replace them. 130 megabytes a second. Yeah, I got the UH3 128 gigs though, or the V30 128 gigabytes though. Yeah, 4K definitely needs that. I have a. Now the V30 is just a SanDisk thing. That's just their version of, hey, we got a UH3. Let's see. This SD card is kind of hard to get out. Yeah, faster is definitely better. You do not want your camera shutting off because it can't keep up with the bitrate. Oops, I actually turned it on. Okay, anyways, trust me when I say that I got a V30 in here. Yeah, you can do external power too. I found that out with this when I was taping. You know that video I did with the women riders, and I did U-turns on all those bikes? Yeah, I had this thing running. I filmed that video with this, and I had an external battery pack because my battery was almost dying. That's the problem when you run 4K something or 2.7K something or anything really, especially high frame rate. You start running low on battery power and time. My favorite motovlogger, Alex Turner. My favorite motovlogger. Let me think. Motovlogging's changed quite a bit, to be quite honest. Motovlogging used to be just vlogging on the bike. Now people vlog everywhere. If they have a bike, that's cool. They vlog on the bike. So, shoot, my favorite motovlogger. I would have to say Walt Terrific. I mean, he's the only one that I watched a crap ton of videos from him, and then I just never not liked him. So I'm gonna have to say Walt Terrific. The SD chip at 4K should handle transfer rate 130, but higher. But yeah, it should. But yeah, definitely get higher. Plus, you get the future proof. You know what I mean? What about answering phone calls with the best to kill background and sound, also best for music? So what I have on my helmet is the Cardo Pack Talk Slim. Okay, so yeah, this is like I need to clean that off, but it's the Cardo Pack Talk Slim. This is their like second newest one, like the newest one. I just bought this, and then they came out with this new thing where you have better speakers and stuff because of JBL. So I have the Cardo Pack Talk Slim. I love Cardo. And the cool thing is, and I used to have the Sena SMH10R, and I did the same modification, but this one, it came with it. So as you can tell, there's a little thing dangling right here. So instead of putting speakers inside the helmet, I have that, and that is an attachment for headphones. So that is an attachment for just normal bullet. I use normal bullet headphones, some cheapo Sony ones that are $15. I put these in my ears. I plug it in to the Pack Talk right here. So I just plug it in. That's it. I run this down. You know, I put it inside my jacket. This is my helmet's on my head. This is on inside my helmet. And so now I reduced wind noise. And if I ever get a phone call, since it's Bluetooth to my phone, which my phone is either on a RAM mount or in my pocket, if I get a phone call, I can answer it by pushing a button, and I can speak. And it comes with a mic on the inside. Let's see. So I got the windscreen. So you're not gonna be able to see. I got the chin, the windscreen thing, whatever. I can't think about what the name is, but now I can listen to music, and it's really good because I'm not having to deal with speakers and the wind going between that and the speakers. Straight up into my ears, just like if I had it hooked up to my phone. I can hear it, and then if I get a phone call, I hear it perfect. I talk into the mic. It's great. I hardly ever use it because, like I said, whenever I'm on the bike, I just film, so I don't have time to listen to music really. Which I need to just go out and ride. You know what I mean? Wayland W. I didn't check, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the speakers that they came with, they're great speakers, and I'm sure they'll stick in there. Delboy's Garage taught me a lot of mechanical side. If you haven't, give him a watch. He's actually the one. Alex Turner, we're going back on that one. He's actually the one that taught me how to change my oil. So, Delboy, guys, shout out to Delboy's Garage. He's the one that got me saving money big time when it came to Harley stuff. So, yeah, definitely check him out. Is that what the aux port is for the Sena? I think so. There's an adapter, the one that I bought. I'm not too sure if other Senas have it, but the SMH10R, you're able to have a connection for speakers, and then you can buy an accessory that instead of speaker connection, you plug it in, and it has an adapter for headphones. With the Cardo, I was expecting to have to go buy one myself, but in the box with Cardo, it came with a whole bunch of stuff, and it came with that. So that was great. Yeah, I'm sure that's what the aux port is for. Unless the aux port is there for, you have to always double check if it's input or output. If it's input, then it's probably for a microphone. If it's output, it's probably for speakers or headphones. What's up, Dex? How you doing, bruh? What's up, multi somebody else, not me? What's up, bruh? How does Cardo compare to Sena? Now, Eric Hagan, I had the Sena SMH10R. They were pretty low budget. I mean, not low budget. They're still pretty expensive, but they're not really a direct competitor to the Pack Talk Slim. The Pack Talk Slim is the top of the line Cardo. So I'm gonna already tell you right now, Cardo's way better, just because I like the mesh networking. So let's say I go out of range, but then come back in range, it automatically reconnects. So that's really great. And Cardo, they came out with a bunch of new stuff too, like the Freecom stuff. They make some really good stuff. They really do. I think that's it. I'll try it out. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, Dan. Double check. I spent like days like putting on my helmet, finding out where the speakers go before I found the adapter, talking on the phone, figuring out where my mic should go, talking on this, talking on that, calling my wife, saying, hey, can you hear me? I was doing all that stuff. So aux is to connect an MP3. Yeah, so that might be it. So if the auxiliary is like to connect an MP3 player to it so you can listen to music, that might be it too. So it might not be to a headphone, like an audio out. It might be like an input, but only for MP3s. So I got a burp. Yeah, Waylon, here's the thing with Cena is I had a pain in the ass. Like just having to connect to my wife. Like I had to like almost reconnect every single freaking time. And it pissed me off because it's like, oh, how do I do it again? Because we would stop riding for a while and I'd be like, you got to push this button, hold this button, wait for the 4th beep, hold this button. And then now she has to do it. Then you got to put it was a pain in the ass. With this one, I turn on my headset. I turn on the Cardo. She turns her Cardo on. That's it. That's it. So I do have the link for the Cardos in that link that I originally have. Let me see if I can go back to it. All right, so this link right here, let's see what this looks like. Let's do incognito because that way I'm not logged in. I paste this link. What does it turn into? Boom. Okay, so this link, guys, right here. This link right here, that right there is the link to my gear, and it has the Cardo. It even has the SMH10R in there. It has my E4K, the DR05, Sugru. It has the 4K, and that's the thing is this is actually 5.7K 30 frames per second. I shoot in 4K 50 frames per second on the 360 camera. I shoot 1080p 60 ultra wide on the E4K. It's really awesome. What do you think about clutch quick shifting up and down? If you could do it, I say do it. That leaves your hand on the handlebars. If you could do it, you could do it. Go ahead and do it. Do it. Cena got better. The Ditto you push once and looks for anyone who's paired with then a new connection. Oh, okay, so then I mean, like I said, I got the Cena SMH10R. That was probably like a mid-range, and I got the older model. So new tech must be better. Like I said, I have nothing against Cena. They were my first Bluetooth systems. I liked them. So I mean, it really does change the way you ride. Like I remember having to just plug in my phone through the headphones into my ears and. Then you can't do anything, right? You can't change the song. You can't. I mean, you answer a phone call, it sounds like crap. So Bluetooth is amazing. For a solo rider, you can't beat Cardo. Yeah, so Cardo came out with some really badass stuff for like just solo riders. Like you just listen to AM, FM, you listen to your music. It won't. I mean, you can answer phone calls, but like you don't connect to any other riders. It's just like specifically just for that. And they made some that are just specifically where you have a passenger and you're just talking to your passenger. You don't need to connect to anybody else. So I think that's really cool. Dude, Dan Moto X1, no earplugs. Was fun for like 1 minute. I heard Cardo's mesh is better than Cena. Yeah, speech controls. I've actually yelled out into my mic. I did the whole OK Google thing, and it popped up. And I was like, OK Google. Oh. It popped up on here. And I said, call my wife, and it called her. And the thing is, I have my phone up on my RAM mount, so I'm like riding, and I say it, and then it pops up, and I look real quick, and I'm like, okay, call my wife, and I look at it, and it's like calling Nikki, and then it calls her. So, and it's really cool. And then I ask her, hey, can you hear me well? Can you hear me? Can you do this? Can you do this? And she's like, yeah, you sound great. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm riding. She's like, oh, really? So yeah, the Cardo Pack Talk Slim. Remember, it's just a Pack Talk Bold Slim. It's the same technology as the Cardo Pack Talk Bold, but it's slim. It's as simple as that. I got to show you 1100. What can I put in for music and phone calls? Don't know. I don't know what the show you 1100 is. Bum bum bum. How long have we been streaming? We've been streaming for a while now, haven't we? 54 minutes, guys. I'm going to stream for another 10 minutes. I've been talking like crazy. What's up, Night Rain? How you doing? I got your messages on Discord. I'm going to take a look at them after the stream. But I've been streaming for 55 minutes now, not including including the intro. Guys, if we can, let's see if we can do this. If I provided you some answers, if I provided you a little bit of value, if I answered your question, maybe take a look at patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. Throw a dollar at me. I wish there was a way you could just throw it at me. I'll pick it up. Thank you, VTrex, for the super chats. That was amazing. Thank you so much. We got some subscribers, if you notice how they popped up here. And when VTrex donated, it popped up here. So if you become a patron, it's going to pop up here. It's $1 a month. $5 a month gets you the best perks. $20 a month gets you even better. Dan Shea is a legend, so he's getting a video pretty soon. And then if you want to, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. If you want to just donate and you want to tip, you want to say thank you for the hour-long stream with all the informations and the awesome beard and best audio you've ever had, just streamlabs.com/DanDanTheFireman. Throw $1 or $2. Once again, it'll pop up. All right, both brands. I've never liked the speaker audio quality. J&M 40mm slim speakers soldered to the speaker leads on the. Yeah, so I never liked the audio quality of the speakers. Now JBL just partnered with Cardo, so who knows what they're gonna sound like? But I mean, that's why I just use this. I just use. I mean, you can get higher quality headphones. These are like $15, $20 cheap Sony Bullet headphones, and that's all I use, and it sounds great. And I can turn it up as loud as I want, but that's pretty much that. There's so much to choose from. You'd think these companies would integrate and just make everything totally awesome. Yeah, Steven, they have different models for different reasons. I mean, there's some that are designed to have super long range. There's some that are designed to have mesh but not long range. There's some designed to just be like within 100 yards because you just want to connect to your passenger. And then there's ones that are just to make phone calls. Like they don't connect to anybody else. They don't connect to other Bluetooths, other riders. It's just for phone calls and listening to AM, FM, and possibly Bluetooth through your phone. Check out Broadbeard Products here in Scotland, Dan. Not my company, but good stuff. Yeah, awesome. I'll check them out, Glasgow. I actually use Riot Beard Company. They're a sponsor of mine and also a DDFM crew member. So he has some good stuff. I bought all his stuff, so I'm pretty good on beard products. But yeah, I'll definitely check them out, dude. I'm always looking for some cool stuff. You said Pack Talk is the best. Yeah, so I'm looking at the Pack Talk Slim. The Cardo Pack Talk Slim is what I use because I wanted something slim on my helmet. And what is it? Fortnite did a review on the best Cena that they had at the time, the Pack Talk Slim and the Pack Talk Bold. And he said, for what you're going to do, I would get the Pack Talk Slim. So that's kind of where I went. I also go to Google for my information. So I'm going to go ahead and link to you guys the Pack Talk. Now, this is the dual pack. That's why it's $400. So I got a dual pack because I wanted Nikki to have one too. So that's what I do. So got a suggestion. Make a wish list on Amazon for subs instead of Patreon, Disgusting Company, or Streamlabs. Stephen Corey, I understand where the parentheses came from, but right now that is actually like there's no real alternative for me at this point. They're doing better than all the other companies I have right now. But I do have a wish list on Amazon. I do have one on Streamlabs actually. I do have a wish list on Streamlabs. I have one thing on there, and that is the Stream Deck from Elgato. I definitely want to get that. It'd be a lot of fun. I think it'd be nice. But yeah, Patreon. I mean, I would move to Subscribestar, but right now it's just this is what I got. You know what I mean? So let's see. Why did it put a not smiley face on the Facebook version? That's weird. So right now I'm actually doing the chat between Facebook and YouTube because I'm streaming to both right now. So once again, guys, if you missed out on part of the stream or the very beginning of it, definitely go to my Facebook and you can actually see the whole thing. After this stream is done, it stays unlisted. So unless you remember the link, you can't watch it again. All right, so universal Bluetooth on all models will pair with anybody. Yeah, it will. It will, but the Cardo mesh will mesh with just Cardo. The Cena mesh, their version, will only mesh with Cena. If you use the universal Bluetooth, it just becomes a little bit of a hassle. So if a bunch of your friends have Cenas, I would say go with Cena. If a bunch of your friends have Cardo, I would say go with Cardo. It's just easier that way. Do you ride with one or two headphones? I always felt unsafe using two headphones. Earplugs are okay, but I feel like speakers would give you better ambient hearing. I actually hear quite a bit, even with the headphones in. But here's the thing is that since I'm removing one of my senses, the sense of hearing, I am hyper-focused with my sense of vision. So just because I can't hear like I can still hear, but I can't hear crazy stuff. I make sure I'm constantly looking around. And even then, you can't hear much even with earplugs. I mean, I understand you can hear honking and stuff. It removes the wind noise. But I use two. I use two headphones. What do you think is the best for only phone calls and music? So Dan, I think I would have to say the Cardo Freecom. Let me look at it up. Let me look at Cardo Freecom. Now I'm going for budget. Also, okay. So here's the thing: budget, and for the fact that you're gonna get what you need. So let's see. Cardo Freecom. There's a Cardo Freecom 1, Cardo Freecom 2. I would say do your research on the Cardo Freecom. Now here is, I'm going to go ahead and get you a link right here. I think there's a Freecom 4. Yeah, the new pipes sound badass. So I'm going to link you to the Freecom 4 on their on the Amazon. That's just because it's the newer updated version, but definitely take a look at the Freecom 2 and 4. And Cardo's coming out with some new stuff like real soon. So if you're looking to buy, look up Cardo and see what they have going on. Because if they're going to be dropping some new stuff, don't pay for this stuff yet. You know what I mean? So this one right here, the Cardo Freecom 4. I'm just going to use the Cardo Freecom 4 as an example. Let's see. Let's look at some of the stuff here. So, it has bike to bike stuff. So speakers, that's great. Rain resistant. Full phone and GPS connectivity. You can actually charge it while you ride. Built-in FM radio with 4-way bike to bike intercom system. So I think that's what I would do. Yeah, always wait 6 months after the SEMA show. Yeah, definitely. Do you know if two headphones are legal in Arizona? Is it illegal to use two in a car up here? Oh, it is illegal to use car. Not sure if there's a motorcycle exemption. They're not going to see the fact that I got headphones in there, just based on the fact that I got my helmet on. But I believe, yeah, Stephen Corey, I agree. Freecom is awesome. Really, no joke. So that's the link to the Freecom 4. I believe headphones isn't illegal in Arizona. Let's see. Having headphones in while driving Arizona illegal. Okay, so in the state of Arizona, driving with headphones is only illegal for school bus drivers and those who drive vehicles that transport children. Another exemption to the rule in various states include being allowed to have only one ear covered by headphones. So you can do that in Arizona as long as you're not driving a bus. Yeah, yeah, it is, and I don't recommend it. But here's the thing: when it comes to cars, especially new cars are so well insulated you can't hear shit outside the car, anyways. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying is if you remove one of your senses, like hearing, be hyper vigilant with the other senses, like vision and presenting yourself, especially on the motorcycle. Present yourself. So move over different lanes, lane position 1, 2, and 3. Kind of move around a little bit so people see you. They see a moving object. They're like, okay, I'm going to stay away from that. That way you're kind of like, compensating for the lack of hearing. Now, if you want to ride without headphones, without music and all that stuff, that's fine. If you want to ride, it's fine. Yeah, so guys, we've been streaming for an hour and 5 minutes. I'm gonna stream for just a little bit more. Let's see if we can get 255 total patrons today. Tomorrow we're having a Patreon meeting that I sent out a bunch of bullet points on where this channel is gonna go and what I've been doing for the past 2 months and what's gonna be happening. So if you want to have a heads up on what we're doing, I'm not doing a stream tomorrow for the public. I'm doing a stream tomorrow just for patrons and YouTube members. So if you click that join button, you can be a YouTube member, or you can join Patreon for $1 a month and get access to the Patreon meeting and kind of double check and see what it's all about. So guys, if you want to swing on over to patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman, that'd be great. Joel C just subscribed to the channel, so thank you. So swing on by patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. Yeah, Soupy Gnome, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's one of those things where I have to say it every single time where people don't know. It's one of those. It's from one of the Patreon master classes. I love to Patreon seem to have been banned. You've been banned from Patreon? Well, if you want to support in any other way, guys, there is also you can also tip on Streamlabs. There's also that. Cena does have noise canceled ambient setting. You hear outside helmet. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I really like that. But yeah, Patreon is the one thing that I'm able to do that will let me budget for the channel and basically support me as a content creator. But yeah, Streamlabs is also another way to do it. Because that's just PayPal or credit card, however you want to do it, and it helps me out. 20S and newer, yeah. So you have to get like some of the newer ones. I think isn't there like a 30K? Yeah. So the 20S and newer, my Cena SMH10R, the one I had, didn't have that, so that kind of sucked. But guys, if you want to support the channel by either going to Patreon, Streamlabs, Super Chat, join as YouTube member, join the Discord, which is absolutely free. The Discord's absolutely free. Or you want to go to Amazon and see what it is I got, order some stuff. Remember, I also have merch. I mean, there's just all these different ways, but you can chat with other DDFM writers right there on the Discord, boys. What's up, Ethan? How you doing, man? We're about to be getting off. Like I said, if you want to have access to this video, if you missed this video, you either have to stay on this page, rewind it all the way, rewatch it, or you swing on by my my Facebook, facebook.com/DanDanTheFireman, and that's the best way. Can I start over from the beginning? Sorry, I'm not going to be able to. But awesome pleb, if you want to watch from the beginning, swing on over to facebook.com/DanDanTheFireman. That video will be up. That stream, the whole stream is being streamed there right now. Then you are safe but friendless, Ryder. We got to get together and change that to a 1. Great. I want to say hi and check on you. Thank you. Thank you. Tomorrow's video is coming out, and tomorrow we're going to be live streaming for patrons only. So I'll be seeing you guys pretty soon. All right. So with that said, I'm gonna be heading out, guys. Gonna be heading out. Whoa, thank you, Stephen Corey. Whoa, bro. 1 second. Stephen Corey with the super chats, boys. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it, man. You didn't have to do that. You brought me back. You brought me back. Stephen Corey super chatted. I have to support you somehow. Too good not to. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Here we go. I'll see you guys later. Steven, thank you so much.